A very good evening to you all. This is Subhashish Banerjee from Allahabad. I'm a lecturer of English by profession, and I'm addressing my students often on the topic the purpose of life. To what extent does the purpose serve in living our lives with alacrity, with precision? Well, life itself is a purpose. It has been said that the greatest gift of nature is our life. And to justify this purpose, we live, we need to live in harmony, with contentment, with utmost exuberance. But then again, what basically is contentment? We continue to linger in a disillusioned state of mind. We are a disgruntled lot, grumbling, grudging, nurturing grievances as such. Discontentment looms large. We are not happy because we don't know what happiness is. We seek a definition for happiness. We seek a purpose. We need to have an aim. We need to have a specific ambition. Right from infancy, we are taught that follow this, follow that. Be ambitious. Be like that person. Be like a hero. In the process, probably we have forgotten our very own originality, something that we are meant for. Time and again, we try to define a purpose, find a purpose. The question is, this question is rather relevant. Is it possible to lead a life without a purpose, without a specific motive? The answer is yes. Whatever be the defined purpose, if we forget that definition and justify this purpose of living on our own, on our quintessential own, we would be happy a lot. We are teaching our children to bring good marks, very good marks, to become a doctor, an engineer, to be this, to be that. Well, I would like to state that ambition to an extent is justified, but over ambition is dangerous. To have an aim, to have a legitimate aim, obviously that is justified. There's no harm in that. But then again, to make that aim the whole soul substance of your life, you forget your food, you forget your relationships, you forget the sweetness of life. You indulge in bitter acrimony. You become a machine of sorts. You become a device. Just because you have been taught that you have to attain success in life. That obviously is not success. All ambition, or I would rather call it over ambition, that is aggressive and that is ruthless. Ambition teaches us only cruelty. Nowadays, we have a dearth of good human beings. Virtue as such, virtue manifesting in values, that virtue is becoming extinct. People, they basically prefer a de-peopled existence because they have a lot of things to do, to perform, to attain, to achieve. What basically is the place of God then in this material world? We are talking about a purpose. We have gone through the scriptures, mystics, saints, philosophers, they have talked about God realization, realization of the divine, but then again, God too has become an extinct entity. All our spirituality, all our dedication, devotion, commitment, all our pilgrimages, they have become mere formalities. This give and take process, the process of exchange, this symbiotic relationship with God, that is something which is prevalent nowadays. We get up early in the morning, we are told to pray, and that's why we pray. How many of us do pray from the heart? Probably none. Prayer is something inherent, it comes from the heart. Either we fear God, that if we don't pray, if we don't worship, if we don't perform the rituals, if we don't indulge in the incantations, the Supreme Reality is going to become angry with us. It's because of hostile destiny's frown that we bow, that we submit. The purpose, the real purpose of life is to live, is to live with people, is to find the best part of whatever exists in our day to day existence. Personally speaking, I'm rather nostalgic in this matter. All these years I have been clinging to the past. But then again, it hardly pays. We cannot purge the past. But then again, to be born a new man each day, to the present, early in the morning, when the mind is oblivious of the memories of the past, of the reminiscence of the past, those few moments, they're very important. When you wake up early in the morning and that silence prevails, at that particular point of time, that purpose of life which we are talking about, that basically comes into being because at that particular point of time, you are a part of your very own being. You're not part of the organized behavior, those psychological instincts and barriers. For a moment, well, they're going to come back soon, but then again, for a moment, you're in a state of oblivion. Just wake up, probably look at your hands, probably look at the walls, probably look out of the window. Dawn is going to set in soon, and the tranquil pleasure you seem to enjoy. So that is what you call life. To look at the blue reticent sky, to listen to the humming of the bees, the cuckoo's song, to watch those ants queue up, working hard. to watch people, to observe their behavior without being a part of all that psychological stuff, or be a part without falling apart. And that is I wish to say. Being sensitive enough, but then again without allowing sensitivity to wreak havoc, to be emotional but not hysterical, to have a logic of living life with utmost precision, alacrity, cheerful willingness, not to indulge in negativity as such. But then again, if one is rather negative thinker, to derive pleasure from that negativity too, to nurture hope that the very best is going to happen to you. And it's this hope that justifies the purpose of life. That is what you call living. It is not possible to live in isolation. We are all related to nature, to the varied aspects of nature, and that life breath we imbibe from the mountains, rivers, valleys, the rivulets, the springs, the varied aspects, the greenery, the meadows, the lush green meadows. All that is a part of whatever we are. Death is a distant reality. Obviously, we are talking about culmination, but then again, to culminate the self, to culminate our self-centered approach, just to do something without a purpose, just to help, just to live in harmony of existence. That is what you call life, and that is what is basically the whole sole purpose of life. So if we are like that, probably we can bring about a transformation in the way we think, or in the way we have been thinking so far till date. Destiny, providence, so many things, the overruling law, the cyclic process. One should remember that whatever be the case, there's ultimately it's virtue that prevails. Your deeds, they do speak out for themselves. Whatever you do, as you sow, so you reap, or else you weep. So why not follow the right track? Why not follow the right path? And why not justify our existence by considering life itself to be a whole soul entity? Why not justify our existence? Why not live this gift of life? Why not breathe the harmony that is in the air, in world's fair? Though there is acerbity all round, but then again there is something good, something remains, and we wish to imbibe the best part that is called life, and our existence is justified then only. And that is what we call life, and that is the whole sole purpose of life. Thank you.